Let's start this thing. Hello everybody, Qualia Quartz here and welcome to a new episode of The Lost Glade. In my last episode, I started building my main base here, and since then I've continued to grind out the landscaping around the house, bringing up hills where I want them, doing a lot of cutting and filling and using a lot of moss. Not as permanent terrain, but just, it's a good fill. Just trying to figure out the general shape that I want the hill to be. And I've been doing a lot of prep work to get this reservoir finally filled in. If you look around, there's not a tree or a lava generator in sight, and I'm ready to bring the water level up to this point that I've got the moss at over here. Eventually this whole area is going to be a little more terraformed, but for now, I just wanted to place this down so that I could put in the water. Also, in between episodes, I came up with the name for our cat, and it's going to be Sassafras, because that's a really good cat name. And the entire time, guess who keeps on watching me? So now it's finally time for one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft. Filling up areas of water. Possibly the most satisfying thing to do in the game for me. This is like therapeutic almost. Ooh, that's what I like to see. Yeah, baby, fill in that lake. I'm just sending shockwaves of water across this thing. Is this the final push? Oh, it's just filling it all in. Oh, you're not him. You're not him. Every time I see an Enderman, I get scared now because I'm scared it's him and that he's left his little spot. The water has officially raised one level. Now I just need to do that 2, 3 more times. One more water level. The water has hit the wall. And another one. My vision. It's coming together. It's so good. It's satisfying to do this on my own, but I do wish that we had things like this that were at different levels in the overworld other than small little pools. Just one more level. And it's all filled in and looking exactly the way it should. The water is now right up to the wall, which I have since detailed a little more. Going right over this emergency overflow spillway. It's all meeting up perfectly now, and this is exactly what I was envisioning. Granted with a little less detail, but you get what I mean. To think a lot of my stuff just starting out here is now underwater, or would be if I didn't remove it. It's looking good, and I continue to be building up this terrain with the moss. Some of this will remain moss, but this is mostly just me trying to temporarily figure out where I want things. Since this side is going to be at a lower elevation, I want there to be some sort of natural slope around here. Not sure where that's going to meet up yet, but I do know that I want to fill this in a little more. I want it to run into the hill, go up it. So for now, everything's moss, and then I'll fill it in with all the dirt and everything else that will actually be there later. Depends. It depends what I want to be moss or grass, so for now it's just all going to be moss. And now that that's out of the way, and I have a much better idea of how this house is going to be settled into the environment, I'm going to keep working on this thing. I'm going to start chipping away at level 2. Teehee, I built a little bit. But never mind that, I had such a huge scare an hour ago because I thought that my little buddy up there was gone. Well, he was gone. Apparently I walked a little too close to where his AI began. I guess this hydrated strip inadvertently has become like the warning marker for don't get this close or my little buddy up there is gonna vanish. But I walked towards the mountain again after he was gone, figuring I may as well just kind of test it, see when the goats start walking around. And when I did that, the dude started to spawn in and then he walked over. I was able to reposition him back on the mountain and I wanna keep him there. He's so menacing. But now he's looking that way. Who knows what he's looking at now? Anyways, Sassafras and I have been making good progress on the house here. Just starting to rough in what I want for the second floor of this place. And I had to start growing some mangrove trees because I'm using some mangrove logs over here. Just trying to divide up the house in terms of interest. Like this side has this jutted out mangrove section. This one has a slightly outdoor balcony. Keep in mind, this is the back of the house still. I don't know why I'm so gung-ho on starting with the back. I guess it's because I really wanted to use this water wheel. I wanted to put this into the world. I really wanted to see this physically. You always hear about people having trouble building the back of their bases. Well, I'm literally building the back of mine first. Like, I'm having trouble building the front. Behind the scenes, there's still some things I'm trying to work out with the front, but the back is perfect. I'm just gonna build the back for now. I don't have any actual stairs yet. I haven't really worked out the interior layout yet, so I don't know where the actual staircases are gonna go. So right now I just kind of have these moss staircases, but this is what it's looking like so far. This isn't always going to be on, so you're not always going to hear a moss machine beneath you when you're on this floor. I'm envisioning that this area is going to be like a cozy living room, perhaps. And then you have this big, wide open entryway into this balcony where you can look out at what is going to be a very beautiful garden. It's already a pretty cool view with the reservoir and the water wheel and I guess the stream isn't in yet either, but soon. A lot of progress getting done. It's looking a lot more like what I'm fully envisioning for this place, although it's still a little incomplete of a picture without the roof part yet, so I might actually start working on that now. I'm gonna have a big pointy roof with a lot of moss, which is part of the reason why I wanted that moss machine. Oh, that's funny. There it is. I swear I was just talking about it and boom, suddenly it just appeared. Okay, so finally, this shows off the full scope of this house. Okay, maybe it's still not the full scope. There's still some things that are gonna be up in the front of the build that are gonna kinda push it beyond this scope, I guess. But the back shell of the house is now fully set up. I got me a nice cozy deep slate chimney. I got these big arches of the roof. I'm doing that type of wood paneling that a lot of medieval houses have, which is part of the reason why I wanted to build the house at a slightly larger scale than I usually build my houses. More room for me, I guess. Win-win. Also, Sassafras is now playing in the flowers. Ain't that just the dandiest little thing? I'm seeing a spot where I missed 2 barrels. This would have been a very expensive roof to build. If it wasn't for the fact that I was deforesting so much of the land, what would have been days of grinding out these barrels, well, wasn't really that much of a cut into the supply of dark oak logs that I have. Ow! So I was able to get away with some cheap barrels to really texture the roof. I really like the way that spruce planks and barrels play off of each other. I really like the bottom texture of the barrels, and I really wanted to use that on the edges here. I guess since it's raining, let's go inside this shell of a home. Still don't have any actual stairs. Still don't really have any idea what to do with the interior yet. We're gonna have 4, maybe 5 big layers of the house. We've got that basement down there. There's the first floor, second floor. I'm on the 3rd floor. There might be an attic. There is a lot of vertical room. As of right now, I think I'm just gonna keep this a very open and spacious 3rd floor. And this is so open that I'm probably gonna use a separate layer of ceiling blocks for the interior, so it's not going to be this messy looking from the inside. You build at a large enough scale, you got the freedom to do that type of thing. And it's so funny. This is the front of the house. There's nothing. I'm doing the back first and it's such a funny look. To be fair, this is a build that I'm usually always going to be looking at from the back, so it makes sense that I'm doing the back first. When I do carry on and building the rest of this area up here, then it is going to make sense that this is the front of my house, because from that angle, that's the front that you would be looking at. But for a little while, I'm going to be chilling in what is basically my big backyard. So I don't want to look at the front because I'm never going to be in the front. I'd rather build the back first. And what a swell back it is. Also, these copper bits are supposed to be on the green side, so the colors are still not all the way there. And I'm going to plant a bunch of plants on these moss blocks up there. That's still to come too. I need to get my hands on some ferns. I've been busy doing a bunch of little miscellaneous things. I'm starting to work up the vegetation on the roof. Lilac's offering a good pop of color. I want to incorporate pink into the color scheme. Obviously, with the new pink wood, we got a lot of new options with pink to work with. The big ferns are saturated and dark in this biome. They offer a little bit more of a fuzzy, darker texture. Outside of that, I've also continued the retaining wall over here. I've opted to just curve it along this area, and I'm starting to work out this river connection. At the moment, this is what it's looking like. I need to do a little bit more with the actual digging out of this river. The exposed stone right there, obviously you can tell this is a fake river just looking at that. But the retaining wall is looking pretty good, and I've opted to include cobblestone into the gradient here. Makes the wall make more sense in areas where there's not as much water rushing past it. I'm really liking this. This is a really good look, and I can't wait to actually develop the garden in this area. Other than that, I've also been fishing a little bit because Minecraft fishing is really fun. Sometimes I forget how overpowered fishing in this game is. I mean, they had to nerf the way it worked because of how overpowered AFK fishing farms were. Like, I just got another saddle. Sweet! While I don't have some sort of trading hall librarian setup, I think I'm just gonna use this to get a lot of enchanted books, as well as just enchanting my own books. Just, you know, randomized, see what I get. I missed that kind of old feel before I started doing that with all the villager trading in every world. Something silly just happened. I died, and I went all the way back to spawn, which is like 4,000, 5,000 blocks away. My base is at negative 4,000, negative 5,000, so that's how much distance I have to go. Also, this is reminding me that I have to make a skin for this world. But, like, now I have quite an adventure in front of me, and it's motivating me. As soon as I am back, I'm gonna have to make myself a spawn tunnel, like in the nether, because I don't want to have to do this several times if I don't have to. In the meantime, it's back to basics. I have nothing. I'll be just fine. It's just a silly little adventure. Well, I dug the tunnel in the nether, so now I have this portal here near spawn. I don't know exactly where it is, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna oof myself and see where I spawn. Speedrun, how fast can I do this? Whee! 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 Wait a second, I think I've slept in a bed. Wait a second. Oh, I'm still wearing my armor. I have made an error in judgment. I mean, it's a good thing it didn't actually kill me. That would have been the reverse problem. I would have died at spawn and spawned back in my house. Okay, the new plan is I'm going to go to the local village. I'm gonna set my spawn point in one of their beds. Then I'm gonna break that bed and replace it. And then I do the funny. There it is, the first village I found in this world. Alright, alright, alright. Set spawn point, break the bed, replace it. And isn't it just so handy dandy that this village has a lava pool directly in the middle? Where is it? Swell. Just exquisite, darling. Okay. Wait, what? No. No. How about I set you here? Okay. Try it again. Whee! And I am now... Okay. Okay, good. So this is spawn. So when I do die... I am going to be able to see the portal. It's not going to be like, where is it? All right. Mission success, I guess. Oh, hi guys. Hello there. Cornelius, don't try to talk to them. They don't negotiate with us. I've been fishing a lot. Like, I've been fishing obsessed today. And I figure, you know, I got all these fish. Let's go out and get some more cats. Let's go get some more sassafrasses. I'm thinking of getting every single cat in the game and naming each one of them after like a typical root beer ingredient. I have been informed by my constituents that the cats are this way. My constituents is F3. All right, where the meow meows at? Oh, okay, here's meow meow number 1. This one's definitely the vanilla bean. Yes, yes. Oh yeah. One more root beer ingredient acquired. Got your bed. Why did you do this to yourself, man? What? Okay. Oh, I found another meow meow, but it's the one I already have. I already have a sassafras. All right, this is the only new cat breed I found at that village, but there's another one right here, so lucky me. I'm finding more horses in these villages than cats. Oh, I found 2 of them. Ooh, I found 2 of them. I don't have either of these guys. Oh my god, Jelly, get away from the lava. Ooh. No! No, Jelly! Oh my god, eat the fish, eat the fish! This, what? 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 This is possibly the most tragic thing I've ever witnessed in this game. Oh no! Oh no! Stay away, stay away! Oh no! Those poor cats! Oh no! I have to get rid of this lava. This is never happening again. Cornelius, don't even think about it. No! Cornelius, stop it! Stop it! There is something cursed about this village. I don't want to be here anymore. But I am curious. Are there any more cats? Oh, there is still a cat. Oh, okay. At least it wasn't a total wipeout. Historically, I named this cat Simba because I used to live with a cat named Simba that was solid gray, but gonna have to think of a root beer ingredient for this guy. This dude is just endlessly wandering away from the village. I think he saw what happened. He's fleeing. Oh, there's another cat out here. Can you stop making me take a 1,000,000-mile walk? Thank you. Nice, that's 3 new cats now. Ay, ay, ay. After witnessing, that, I think I'm just gonna call it a day, go home with these guys. I see Cornelius has been entertaining himself meanwhile, and we are back, baby. Let's see. Yep. 4 out of, is it 11? I'm pretty sure it's 11. And one day, they will all be mine. I feel like I've been procrastinating. I'm still working out what's gonna be on the front of this house, so I've been trying to do other things since then. What are these 4 meowers meowing in a line? Meow, 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 meow. Oops, I'm procrastinating again. Sup, dude? I'm gonna get busy and work on something separate from the house, but it's still gonna be in the same area. This is something I was really excited to work on since I made this reservoir. I'm going to have a large cluster of pipes coming out from the center of this reservoir. And I'm starting out this building process with the moss method, building it entirely out of moss, making sure it's in a good spot, that it's at a good height, that all the shapes feel right together. Kind of the Minecraft equivalent of roughly sketching something in before you do the full drawing. I've already got the position in the reservoir pretty much perfect, like I just want it centered. Now I'm just trying to figure out how tall I want them, and that's definitely way too short. I want them to be at least above the tree line. This is why you build things out of moss first. You can easily tear it out and restart any big thing, and you won't have to waste too long tearing something out. I think this is probably tall enough. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Before I show off progress with the pipes, I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is I've got names for all the cats. I've got Vanilla Bean, Nutmeg, and Sarsaparilla. My root beer army is growing. Bad news is, a little while ago I was mining and I accidentally went way too close to the mountain, and I guess unbeknownst to me, on the surface, the dude warped away while I was down there under the world. This happened a while ago and it's become just now apparent. Kinda bums me out. I wanted to see how long you would last. I might just put an Enderman up there in a boat or something just to keep the tradition going. Anyways, here is the moss sketch outline of the pipes. You can see several of them have water spewing out of them, and I actually want to add a little bit of fun functionality to this. But for now, this is what I got, just a bunch of weird, mysterious pipes coming up from underground. Of course, they're not supposed to be all moss. That's gonna be updated soon, but for now, whee! I got a bunch of mossy pipes. Kind of a cool place to hang out on. A cozy little medieval house right next to a bunch of mysterious pipes coming from underground. I hope to dive into every single angle of this base soon, but for now, I want to start adding the little functional things that I was talking about to these pipes. The 3 pipes spewing water right now, I want to occasionally have items shoot out of them. So I'm thinking we go down to the base here. Eek, I'm gonna drown. Eek, I'm gonna drown. Eek, I'm gonna drown. Eek, I'm gonna drown. Eek, I'm Eek, I'm gonna drown. Sarsaparilla. If I plant a pumpkin here, observe this activity. Oopsies, it's been a while since I did a farm like this, and I'd forgot that I don't even have ice, and I needed ice. So here I am, atop the local mountain, trying to get enough for packed ice. And while I'm up here, I got this cool view of what I've done so far. It's definitely gonna look a lot cooler when that house isn't just a shell, and when those pipes actually look like, you know, pipes. Take it in, I guess, because it's not gonna be a work in progress for long. Okay, now I have my ice block. I came in here and there was a pumpkin already down there, so maybe this already works? As you can tell, this isn't my strength. This is so slapped together. I am really bad at this. This is just now a source block, and oh boy. I think all I need is the ice block, so long as I just shift all this over 1 block. I'm giving the redstoners nightmares right now, but it works. It should. Every time a pumpkin grows, then this boy's gonna pop off, and it'll fall on the ice and keep sliding, I hope. Problem right now is I can't force a test with bone meal. I can't just grow a pumpkin automatically. I have bone meal. Let's force it. Oh. It got sucked into this little hole I made just in case that needed to be there. Now that that's gone, it should work? Nope. Okay, I think now I got it. I had to push the system out a bit so that I could put a water stream here into the ice and then into the column. And now that this nightmare is over, I can just plant a bunch of kelp until this becomes all source blocks, pop them all away, shoot back up, And now this pipe should occasionally shoot out pumpkins. So for all intents and purposes, this pipe is supposed to be delivering pumpkins somewhere. As with the rest of these pipes, they're supposed to be delivering items around the area. Long lost machines buried beneath the earth. Not unlike the moss machine that I'm building on top of. Maybe you can kinda start to see where I'm going with here. I'll continue putting little farms beneath these pipes and I'll flesh these out, but I think that's gonna be it for now. I have been focusing on fleshing out the design of the front of this house. I really wanna get this done. So tune in next time where I finish this house. I actually work on the front side of it and I hopefully flesh out the pipes here too. Hopefully they're not going to stay moss for long. This has been Quality of Quartz. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye! I don't know why I just did that goodbye thing. That's not a thing that I do. What the hell was that?